Hi, everybody. It's so great to see you. I'm very excited to be here. I'm Andrea Amador. I am the creator of this group, Grants Made Easy with Andrea Amador. This is my Facebook group. And for those of you who are watching me streaming on Facebook and YouTube, I have been doing this for 2 years now. And grants are basically government programs that can assist you with giving you financial relief. So I wanted to share what it is that I have learned as a result of being in desperate need with my own family because of COVID with you. So if you will give me an opportunity to navigate. Anybody who's here, please feel free to say hi. I would love to talk to you and say hi. And okay, so one of the things that people confuse the most and they don't realize is that getting grants, as I said, grants are money programs, free money and service programs that are available through the government. Many people think that in order to get grants, they need a grant writer, and that's not the case. To get grants, particularly individual grants, which are the ones that I'm talking about, are the ones that are available through the government. The government gives block grants to nonprofits and government agencies, state agencies, local agencies, and that money gets used by the people who work there, and they basically provide services to help other people, to help individuals who are in need of assistance. So, an example of that is, um, oh, I'm sorry. An example of that is Dress for Success. I am a confidence coach for Dress for Success. I have done presentations for them for many years. Dress for Success is a division of the Community Action Program. Dress for Success as the whole is a large global organization, the purpose of which is to empower women, to financially empower women. And Dress for Success is given grants by the government, and they serve women at no cost. They provide interview assistance for women. They create programs for women. It's called suiting, where they have a whole inventory, a warehouse filled with gently worn business and corporate clothes, and they suit women to prepare them to go on interviews and to get jobs. It's incredible. The whole idea is to empower women to be more self sufficient, self reliant, so that um, we don't have to rely on anyone else for income, for taking care of our own needs. And my story is such that I came into grants, I found grants because of a need. COVID uncovered a problem in my business where I had lost like 85% of my clients in one night. Wow, that was a very difficult time for my family. And almost overnight, we went from a two income family to a one income family. And all of a sudden we were not able to pay bills, rent was falling behind, and it was an incredibly scary time. Luckily, I lived in New York State at the time. New York State had a moratorium on evictions, and it prevented the landlords from moving to evict tenants who were falling behind in rent. And I think the moratorium took place for about a year. And so what was happening was that our debt to the landlord, our arrears, was accumulating. And it got to the point of almost $10,000. And I was just so panicked. And a friend of mine had suggested, hey, Andrea, why don't you check out grants? You're brilliant at researching. Why don't you see what it is that you can do? And so once I started learning about grants, because I'm an author and a speaker, once I did that, I have since gotten $45,000 in grants. And that helped my family in a way that I can't even begin to tell you. And that's why I'm here, because I learned about services that are available through the government that have helped my family and can help yours. And when I say that I got $45,000 in grants, that does not mean that I was handed $45,000 in cash. No, 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 not at all. It came as a result of money that I applied for, or services that I applied for from these agencies, and they would either pay my landlord directly or refer me to services where I could get free assistance. So, hi there. How are you? Welcome. I'm so happy to hear. I'm so happy to see you. I don't know who you are, so if you want to share who it is that you are, just put it in the comments, because StreamYard, let's see, you have to click on a comment in order for it to show on the screen. So if you want to say hi, just please pop in and say hi. I am here to help you. So what I learned about grants is that, well, let me step back, okay? My training is as a coach, and I am deeply, deeply passionate about empowering women. And now through this group, I'm also assisting men. And there's a possibility, by the way, that, oh, my cat, Mr. Cow, is going to be popping by and saying hi. But where was I even? Okay, so my training is as a coach, and I'm an empowerment coach, a women's empowerment coach. And so what I teach women is that they have the power to change, to do anything that they want by changing the way that they think about situations. So when I found myself in the situation where I lost my clients, I was doing virtual assistance work and still continue to when I'm not coaching, lost all those clients, money was not coming in. It was getting tenser and scarier in the house because there was no money coming in. Money wasn't coming in to pay bills from me. My husband was carrying the burden all on his own. Everything was his. And our expenses were for, two people working, not one. And that's why I'm deeply, deeply passionate about teaching you what I have learned. Because we're in this place now that is absolutely unprecedented, where costs and inflation are rising as high as the sky. Gas the other day was $5.23 a gallon. A friend of mine in the UK, she's paying the equivalent of $10 a gallon here. It's unbelievable. And so if you're not yet pressed up against the wall in terms of finances, you will soon be. Because if things continue to go in this direction where costs are rising higher and higher, and people's earning potential is capped and limited, we're all going to be facing, and we are many facing, a really difficult time. So looking from the lens and the point of view of being an empowerment coach, I look at this and I see grants as the biggest example of universal abundance. Now, that may totally turn you off, and that's fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But imagine that, here's something that a friend of mine once shared. She said, you can either go to the ocean, walk to the ocean with a bucket and fill it up, or you can take a teaspoon. Which is your choice? United States grants. The United States government is giving people the opportunity to get grants and assistance to lift up and help and give relief to their families. And all you have to do, it's out there. It's an endless opportunity. There are grants for housing. I've gotten $6,200 through the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. There were when pandemic unemployment assistance was available, got $20,500. The Small Business Administration, through that, I took a course. The value potentially is $10,000. Now I'm taking it again since my husband passed away. There is so much available for you in the same way that I've benefited from these programs and opportunities. I want you to. Now, the way that I learned about this was I started when my friend recommended that I check out grants. YouTube is always my go-to. So what I did was I went to YouTube and I did a search, grants, and one of the first videos that I saw was Matthew Lesko. And I remembered him as soon as I started watching his video. I remembered him immediately because I used to buy his books in the 90s. He's a New York Times bestselling author. I remember he was on Oprah and Phil Donahue, and there was a ton of infomercials that he was also on talking about how to use government money to get so many kinds of assistance, from buying homes and getting cars and education, of course, and health and housing, getting out of debt, getting free legal services. It's unbelievable. It's almost impossible not to seem like a liar when you talk about this, but it's true. There is so much available for you in grants. So when I started looking at these videos of Matthew Lesko's, I started watching them, and I was just struck instantly by the depth of his knowledge and his authenticity and his caring. And after a couple of weeks, I started really taking these videos seriously, watching them like religiously every day. And he was saying that the most important thing that you need to do in order to be able to get almost every government grant is you have to apply. And the first one that I attempted to apply for, It was called the New York State COVID Rent Relief Program, and that was in July. By that time, I think I was 3 months in arrears. Our rent was $1,800 at the time. And because of a computer glitch, I never got to put my application in. Luckily for me, well, actually, no, the program went and continued another month through August. And all of the things that I didn't do that first round, where I waited till the last minute to put my grant application in, I didn't have my papers organized, I was a mess. By the time August came around, I had everything so right and tight and ready. And I was sure that I was going to get a grant. I was sure that I was going to get assistance to pay my rent. Unfortunately, no, didn't work that way. I was rejected. At the time, I had already gotten accepted for receiving pandemic unemployment assistance. And that was just one of the videos that I watched of Matthew Lesko's talking about pandemic unemployment assistance, a subset of unemployment. And pandemic unemployment assistance was offered to gig workers and self-employed. I am self-employed and have been since 2004. And that was an opportunity that was available, which many of you know is no longer. But by continuing to follow through and push through rejection and frustration and getting hung up on and getting disconnected and having things go wrong, by continually pushing on and keeping going, I finally got what I wanted. So, which in that case was the application approved for pandemic unemployment assistance, which was amazing. You know, there were, at the beginning, there was $600, $600, and it was retroactive because I think it was 3 months. Anyway, it was a lot of money. Unfortunately, that opportunity is no longer available, but there are other grants that are available. So, does anybody have any questions? Okay, so let's see, where was I? All right, so Matthew Lesko, after things didn't work out with the COVID rent relief grant, I kept on watching his videos, and you can find his videos at Lesko Help. Matthew Lesko is his name. And he's doing live streaming, I think, every single day. He's putting up new videos every day. There is nobody who knows grants better than Matthew. He has been doing this for over 40 years. He started way back in the 70s when, he started way back in the 70s. He lives close to Washington, D.C., and he used to go to the offices in Washington, D.C., and he used to copy information on government programs and compile them into books. And he was selling that information to others, teaching other people about how to get assistance. And when he started, he was selling to millionaires for them to, get a lot of opportunities. And then at some point, several years ago, he realized, wait a minute. He said, this is ridiculous. These people don't need me. He said, I need to do this for people who are struggling. I need to do this for people who need help. And that's when he started doing his YouTube videos and helping the other guys like me and like you. And so that's how I found out about grants. I started watching his videos, and as I watched his videos, I learned more and more about what's available and the ways to get access to it. So he would talk about the tremendous importance of reaching out and making phone calls. That is essential. You have got to do that. You've got to make phone calls, because if you go on Google and you do a search for grants, I kid you not, you're going to get over billion, a billion links, and you won't know where to start. So rather than doing that, what you want to do is you want to start making phone calls. And I bet you're wondering, to who? The people that you're going to be calling are the people who are your local representatives. The local representatives are your elected officials. That's one of the first things that I learned when I was watching Matthew's videos. He talked about the importance of going to your elected officials, because I bet you don't know this. It is part of your elected officials' job to assist their constituents in getting what it is that they need. When they're in trouble, when they need help, your elected official is on your side to help you. If you have a problem with the DMV, if you have a problem with the IRS, any government, any federal agency, they have contacts and ways of being able to connect with these agencies, with the decision makers in these agencies that you or I could never have access to. So, hi there, how are you? Just drop your name. I would love to chat with you. And any questions you have, please ask and let me know what I can do to help you to find more out about grants. So, do me a favor, just let me know if you have any questions. And okay. All right. So your elected officials. Okay. So when I was watching Matthew's videos, learning about the elected officials, one of the things that he taught was where specifically you go to learn about your elected officials. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a screen share. Let's see. Please be patient with me. Okay. The name of the site is commoncause.org. At COMMONCAUSE.org. And that will give you a list. It goes by zip code. See here, it tells you to put in your state and your zip code. And when you do that, it will give you the information on who specifically are your local elected officials, going from President Biden all the way down to your local mayor, your assembly member, your congressman, your attorney general, the assistant attorney general, all the way. There's probably about 12 to 15 people who you can call and ask for help and get help. Now, hold on now, let me set your expectations, because you don't always get what you want. And I know that's not a surprise to you. Okay. I want to be sure. Hold on now. I want to be sure that you are seeing. Are you guys seeing the page? Let me know. Oh, that is not what I want. Hold on a second here. That's crazy making. Mm. Hey Kim, how you doing? Okay, that is different. Where you're talking about. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you came. Um, Kim is asking, do you have info on getting money from private charities and foundations, etc.? Not actually. Specifically, what I'm talking about now is government grants. Private money from private charities and foundations, that's different. But in the same way that you can do a search for government grants, you can do the same thing looking for private charities and foundations, Kim. I'm glad that you did find me. I'm really glad. So if you remember, I think that well, I know definitely that I did a stream last year talking specifically about how to use Google, how to use Google, how to set up Google alerts. Hi. um, yes, Let's Go said there was some database you could join. Yes, but I'm not actually sure what it is. What I would do is I would do a search on Google for things that are not in Google, most likely. Yes, there's actually a whole entire database on everything to do with government and military grants. So if anybody is related, if they are a veteran, if they have somebody who is currently serving, um, there is so much available. So let me see, where was I? Let me try this again. Does anybody have a question while I attempt to get my screen sharing back again? Don't run away while I do this, okay? Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Hmm. Okay, that looks okay. Except I can't read anything. Okay, I think this is it. Picture in picture layout. That could be the one. No, that's definitely not the one. What is going on? Oh my gosh, this is bad. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we can do a screen share and you won't see me, and that's fine. So let's do that. Man. Okay, StreamYard changed some things around. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Um, Okay. Let us try again. All right, let's try and do a window. Mm. Let's do this again. Commoncause.org. Okay. So let me check in and see if you can hear me and see me. Okay. Ugh. So frustrating. All right. Rather than that, because that doesn't seem to be working, let's see. Kim says, for other people's info, I joined the email list for all the elected officials I could find, and things come through about various programs and emails they send out. Yes, that is right, Kim. That is one of the benefits that you get by having a connection with your local representative. When I first attempted to reach out to my local representatives, I did this. Um, I, I sent emails. It was a Saturday. I sent an email to my local congressman, my local assembly member, my local senator's office. I think another congressman. That was 4 people, and 3 people did not answer me. And one person, I got an automatic response from my senator's office. And then I got another response. It was the senator's aide that contacted me, not that day, but the next business day. And she said, well, hold on. Let me slow down. I'm getting way far ahead of myself. First, let me read what you said, Kim. You said the mayor's office is the best one so far. I have not actually tried my mayor's office. For me, the biggest bang for my buck has been my local senator. They opened the doors to so many opportunities for me. So you're in New York City. I was in New York State in Poughkeepsie. So what did you find in your mayor's office? What did you get through the mayor's office when you say it was the best one? Okay. Well, whenever you can, if you could just put your response in the comment so that other people could find out what kind of assistance they can get. So let me backtrack a little bit. I had watched, okay. So you said they have sent info on all local rent issues, utilities, food stamps, things for single mothers, that kind of stuff. Okay, great. Excellent. Did you actually make a contact with your mayor's office? Did you speak with perhaps the mayor's aide or somebody else within the office who could administrate and move you along to get you to have an intake and talk to the decision makers so you could get some direct assistance? Okay. So Kim, you say, no, but I did get help from a congressperson with help over utility bill problems. Excellent. Really, really great. Um, so when you got that help, did you ask specifically for assistance with utility bills? Okay. Um, just whenever you can. Oh, all right. You said, yes, I had issues where they were not putting discounts and credits. I was eligible, or on my bills, I was being overcharged. Excellent. There is a perfect example of a reason when you could get help from your elected official. When things like that are happening and you're not getting any kind of response from the actual companies, go to your elected official and they will help to advocate for you in situations like that. So I had learned by watching Matthew's videos, Matthew Lesko of Lesko Help, I had learned by watching Matthew's videos that the best thing that I could possibly do to get my family help as far as getting rental assistance, actually watching the videos, I learned some of the terms that I could use. Rental assistance was one of them. COVID rent relief was another one. Kim, you say some years ago I went to other congressperson, had intake, and they then did nothing for me. Yeah, that will happen too. That stinks. But just the whole idea that you went through that process, don't give up. That is the process that you need to be able to go through to open those doors. So if that official, if that congressperson didn't help you, like mine didn't either, then keep on pushing. There are others. There's your assembly member, your mayor, as you said, your the governor, the governor's office. Huge opportunity. Governor Kathy Hochul um, uh, is the New York State governor. Okay, so you say which official I needed to deal with depending upon what the issue was, like IRS. Okay, well, I have gotten assistance with the IRS through my local senator's office, Senator Sue Serino's office, but that's New York State. So let's see, yours I think would be, I don't remember. um, Yeah, I'm totally drawing a blank. They told me I had to go to federal officials. Okay, so let's try this again. Kim, I'm going to rely on you and I'm going to ask you if you will tell me if you see my screen, okay? Let's try this again. I have multiple years. Wait, you say I have multiple years unresolved issues with identity theft. Wow, that is amazing. One of the last videos that I saw of Matthews was that there is money available for people um, who have been victims of crime. I don't know if identity theft would be under that, but it's definitely worth checking out. Good. I'm glad you see me. Okay. Let's try this again. Wish me luck. Oh, why is this duplicating? What is the matter with this silly thing? This may not work again, but we'll try. Kim, do you see me? I see two people here, one of which is you, but I don't know who else. You do see me. Okay, good. So let me ask you, if I go to Common Cause, do you see me and do you see the screen? So I'll do that and then flip back here. Okay. How about now? Do you see me? And do you see the Common Cause screen? Screens are too small. Okay. So then let's go back here. Got bigger part of it. Okay. Let's give this a go. So Kim, is it okay with you if I use you being a resident from New York State as an example? Can we look and get the names of your local elected officials? Yes? Okay, 10305 is your zip code. Great. I'll be right back. So, for everybody who watches the replay, you go to commoncause.org. That is the site that you want so that you can actually find your local elected officials, because they are the people who are going to open the doors wide to you getting grants and being introduced to agencies and nonprofits and programs that can provide you services. Okay, so you go to find your representatives. Scroll down. Okay, let's try this. Let's try 10305 is the zip code. No, I don't want to join the movement. Thank you. Let's try this again. Find your representatives in your state. Right. There we go. Bingo. New York. Okay. Scroll down. Wow, they have definitely changed this and made this a lot more difficult and challenging. Let's try here. Let's try doing a zip code search here. And press enter. Ooh. Let's go. This is really frustrating. I can definitely understand if you're frustrated, because so am I. But don't give up. This is just one example of the kind of frustration you will find in pursuing grants. Don't expect it to be easy, because it's not going to be. It's going to test your mettle. Best take a deep breath and say to yourself, I can do this. I'm worthy of this. I deserve this assistance. Find your representatives. Okay, let's do it. Let me just check in. Find your rep is way at top in black. Go back up. Oh, you're giving me information. Thank you. All right, let's see. Staten Island. Good. Let's do that again. I'm going to try this one, Kim. I know this one says find your representative, same as this one. I just don't know why it's not as simple as it used to be. Whew. Wow. Let me go back and see if you've got more ideas for me. Go back up. I will. Let's see. Another thing you can do, by the way, is go on the Facebook page, Common Cause. There might be a more direct route to do a search by zip code. And there is a phone number here and an email address. You can also get the information that you want to know by sending an email. Let's try this again. Wow. Ooh. Kim, I'm going to come back to you. After the, okay, I got to the right page. Oh, you did. Oh my gosh. Yes, let's do this. Show me. Wait a minute. I just clicked on this. Find your representative's address. Okay, let's do that. Find your representatives. Click on that and click address. Yeah, why is that saying search places? Let's see. Let's try again. Let's do Staten Island, like you said. Okay, you said 10305. 10305. Staten Island Expressway, Staten Island, New York. Okay. Let's do another one nearby then. Okie dokie. Back to you, Kim. In BW to the left, higher up. After that, go on Facebook and join all the pages for your reps. They post info there too. Yes. Love this. That link was for my address. Oh, okay. Or go back to very first homepage and then way, way at the top in small letters, find your rep. Okay. Or go back. Let me go back to New York. What the heck? Kim. Oh, up, up. There's nowhere else for me to go. I'm as high as I can be. Let's see. See, I'm at the top of the page. In your state, find your representatives and try it again. Find your representative. See, it used to be that you could go right here. Then it would be a place where you could put in your zip code, which is before what we saw before. Oh, okay, hold on. Yes, don't breathe. Let me see. Let me check in with you again. Up. Next to blue button that says shop. Okay. Next to blue button that says shop. Come back up. Oh my gosh. 10305. No. 10305. Press enter to search. Site search. Wow. What is this? How did they make this so complicated? Back to you, Kim. You are in the right search box, but you need to put in full address. Oh, okay. 321 Grassmere Drive, Staten Island. Okay, I'll do that. Site search. Okay. Let's see. Maybe they want, let me check what you have. Grassmere Drive, Staten Island, 10305. When all else fails, read the directions. Oh, I hate the directions. It says enter full address. Ah, yes. I'm eating humble pie. Let's see. 321 Grassmere Drive, Staten Island, New York, 10305. Search. (321) Grassmere Drive, Staten Island. Oh, no, comma, no period. Let's try that. 321 Grassmere Drive, Staten Island. Mm-hmm. What's it called? I don't actually have my phone right now. Grassmere Drive, Staten Island, 10305. Okay, let's try this again. 10305. This is amazing. Okay, let's see. electionsnewyork.gov. Ooh, yes. Let's try this. Accessing representative information. Let's try this. 321 Grasmere Drive. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, Charles Schumer, of course. Oof. Okay. So here, for anybody here, let me just check. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, so I am going to find out why I'm not able to get the information so easily as I have been in the past that would show the entire listing from president on down to all of your local elected officials. So for now, I have this other web address. It's elections.ny.gov. And if you're in Louisiana, it would be elections.louisiana.gov, districtmap.html. I will put the link in the Facebook group. So here, there's the governor, Kathy Hochul, her website, the lieutenant governor. He was my congressman, Antonio Delgado. His site, Charles Schumer. His website, Kirsten Gillibrand. Her site. So, let me check in. You hit the search box on top. You missed a step. You can call me. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It came up for you. That's great. It might be that maybe there's a firewall on my machine where it's preventing it from showing up. I have no idea. But anyway, I have a YouTube video that I created where I do a whole walkthrough and I show how to put in the address and all the information that comes up, and it's all available to teach how to do it. It's supposed to be really easy, but today, sadly, it was not. So, okay, I started the story about emailing them, but I did not finish. Thank you. All right, thanks for the redirection. Yes, so I watched Matthew's videos, and in his videos, he explained that the best way to reach out to your congressman is to take a multi-level approach. And that was to send them an email, call them, write to them, go on their Facebook page, their Twitter. Just don't give up. don't give up. Don't try it once and say, oh, forget it. They're not answering me. Forget it. Don't give up. Don't take it personally. Don't think that they're avoiding you. Don't think that because you didn't vote for them that you're not entitled to the assistance. None of that is true. What you need to do is, if you need assistance, you need to reach out to as many people as possible. So if you reach out to 10 people, you have 10 times the opportunity of having a win as if you only reach out to one person. So what you want to do is you want to keep on stacking your odds by putting the odds in your favor, by having more, by reaching out multiple times to different people and repeating as well. Oh, yes, they did change that site for the worse. Yes, they did. This is a nightmare. Actually, I'm going to message Matthew and ask him what and how do we navigate this site now, because it's so confusing. So let me go back and share a little bit more. So what I did was, when I emailed them, I sent a very simple email, and it was, hi, my name is Andrea Amador. I'm struggling and I need help. I'm looking for COVID rent relief. Can you help me? I'm afraid of being evicted. And I think I made, the first time I made like 4 different, sent 4 emails, as I said, to Anthony Delgado, Congressman, Assembly Member Barrett, Senator Sue Serino, and somebody else, but I don't remember. And it was Senator Sue Serino's office that really was tremendously helpful. The senator's aide at the time, Lauren Miller, she reached out to me that next business week, and she said, I just want to find out more about your circumstance so I can find out how we can help you, if we can help you. And she arranged for an intake, that's what it's called, an intake with me, where she asked me information on how much our rent was, what it was that we were earning, where we lived, what else? The amount of rent that was in arrears, and she had given me a referral to 2 agencies, one of which was Catholic Charities. And there are Catholic Charities all over the United States. It's a national organization. In fact, it might even be global. I'm not sure. But Catholic Charities is definitely all around the United States. And Catholic Charities was my first really big grant. They gave me, within one day of doing an intake with Rosa Gomez at Catholic Charities in Poughkeepsie, I was emailed and I was told that they were going to pay 1 month of our arrears for $1,800. And within like a month, maybe a month and a half, that money was sent to my landlord. And before that, let's see, let me see if anybody else has any questions. Let's see. Okay, yes. So that was the story about emailing my local representatives, where it was Senator Sue Serino's office that just like blew the doors open and opened me up to opportunities, so many opportunities. The first was Catholic Charities. The next one was through Catholic Charities, in addition to the $1,800, they had given us a debit card for $250. And that was, what we did was we applied that to getting fuel because we were short on oil and it was so cold. It was November. And if you can imagine the kind of relief that that would give you to be able to have up to a month of your rent paid and additional cash assistance, it's mind-blowing. So this is an example of what is available through making those attempts to reach out to your local elected officials, because it's the local elected officials that has these relationships with the nonprofits in your area, with other local elected officials, with organizations, for profit and nonprofit, with the government agencies, with the local agencies, the state agencies. All of these departments work in collaboration with one another. So one knows of the other. So one of the things that's very important is when you start seeking out and looking for grants, and Matthew makes a real point about this, is you want to be sure that you do not ask for grants, because many things that are offered in service of grants are not called grants. They are called direct deposits. They are called assistance. They are called, funds. There are many different things, but if you ask specifically for grants, many people will shut you down immediately and say, no, we don't have anything for you. But if you take the time and talk to people and keep on pushing through, making those phone calls, you will find people that the people who are answering the phones are there to help, to serve the community, to reach, to answer the questions and the needs of the constituents for the elected officials. So you have to put yourself in their place and understand that they're doing a job. And it's really important that when you call them, you be polite and you be as pleasant as possible. And if you're having a bad day, don't take it out on them because they'll shut you down immediately. Recognize that they're doing their best to help you. They want to help, but they get overwhelmed. So just understand that this grant business is hard. It's tough. Like I said, it's going to test your mettle. You're going to come up against situations where you'll lose the opportunity. You won't get grants. Like the first one for me, the COVID rent relief. I went through it twice. The first time I totally blew it because I didn't take it seriously at all. But the next time I took it very seriously and I organized everything and I changed the way I did everything and I digitized all my documents. And yet, because of the fact that I was getting pandemic unemployment assistance, I was considered to be over-earning and not eligible for the funding that was available. So I kept going. That was just like the first opportunity. And then the next one I found out about through the senator's office was Hudson River Housing. And I found out that they had a grant for $500. It was, I think they called it a floating grant, a grant that's consistently offered. And I filled out an application. Well, because I had everything digitized, I had our tax return it was copied and scanned, and it was up in the cloud. And I had all of my receipts and my husband's receipts for 2020 and 2020, 2019, I think even 18. I had everything available. I was so ready. So by the time that next grant opportunity came, bam, I had gotten the $500. And that was my first, I think that was my first official grant that I had gotten, because it was on the heels of the disappointment from the COVID rent relief grant. And then the next one that came through the senator's office, introduction to Catholic Charities, was the Catholic Charities. And that was 1,800 plus 250 plus another 500. And by then I was feeling pretty darn confident that I had this kind of figured out. And I saw that there was a system, and the system is that you need to be ruthlessly organized. You have to have your papers so carefully organized and labeled, and you need to have everything available to you, because people will ask you to could you send me that Schedule C? Could you send me that? I didn't get the Schedule C in the tax return that you sent, or came out, the scan was bad, or anything like that. Expect things like that are going to happen. You're going to have to backtrack. And as I said, it's going to be time consuming and frustrating. And when you think that you've given enough, they're going to ask for more. Just remind yourself, I can do this. This is an opportunity for you to get help for you, to get help for your family. But another thing I want to tell you about, and it's really, really important, because at the time when I was looking for grants, my family was in such desperate straits, owing like $10,000. I was receiving unemployment. That's great, but that ends. And I was not working. I wasn't bringing in income. I had one remaining client making $250 a month, and that's it. And it was because I was so depressed and I didn't feel like I had anything to offer anybody. So I kind of shut down, and I became completely reliant on my husband, his income, and on grants. I felt that losing my clients, and they couldn't afford to pay because COVID hit them too, but I took it so personally. So my lesson to you, and what I want to tell you, is grants are great. They're amazing. And there's more of a likelihood that you will get grants than you will not, especially the more you push, the more you pursue. But it's not an income strategy. It's not your only income strategy. Let's change that. It is a stream of income. That's great. It's more like icing on the cake as opposed to the whole cake. And forget about the cake. It's more like the meal. What I mean is, grants is not the meal. Grants is the dessert. So what you need to do if you are struggling, and I know that several of you are single moms and you are struggling and times are difficult. I was just coaching a Dress for Success client who is a single mom, and she has 3 children and another one, pregnant with another one. And I told her that she has a job. I told her that what she should do is she should take the skills of that job that she's doing and see how she can sell that to private clients for a higher rate. So she's doing clerical bookkeeping type work for a company where she actually has to be there. But I recommended that she look into the opportunity of doing remote work because there's so much need for people to provide their services to others. So in one of my other videos, I talk about the importance of not ever relying on a single stream of income like I did, which was a huge mistake. And COVID uncovered that for me. And that's why I urge you not to make the same mistake. So if you are here to learn about grants, I'm really excited to teach you. But I know that a lot of people who are coming into the group, I'm reading that they're in really desperate straits. And it's very important to recognize that we have to, especially in this climate where things are so excruciatingly tight and difficult with rising inflation and costs that are going up and rent that's skyrocketing. I was talking to somebody just the other day, and her rent was increased by $300 from one month to another. Now, I don't think that that's legal, and I haven't even started discussing that with her, but I will. But we need to find a way of getting ahead of the curve. And if you're singularly reliant upon grants, you are going to be living in a very frightening place. You need to be able to expand yourself by looking for other ways of providing for your family, getting another income, whatever that is, selling a product or babysitting or doing some remote work online. There's such amazing remote work opportunities that it's just head spinning. So, I just want to check in with you. I know I've been talking for so long, but I'm really excited about this. And I want you to know about this because grants is your long-term strategy for creating enormous abundance in your life. This money that's available through government grants is not new. It's been circulating in the United States government for, I'm not sure, over 40, 50, 60 years, but the money is continually available and allocated for public programs to help people for the purpose of circulating the economy. So let me ask if anybody has any questions. Hey, Kim. Okay. So one of the other things that I learned about through Matthew, which was such an amazing transformation for me, was the value of the Small Business Administration. Now, if you are a small business owner, you want to really pull in closer and listen because this will change your life. You have no idea. If you're a small business owner and you've ever gotten private coaching for business coaching for helping you with your business, you know that you could pay $500 to $1,000 per hour for that service, right? There are some people who would charge you $10,000 an hour and not blink. However, would you believe that through the United States government giving grants to the Small Business Administration, the individual chapters, there are over 1,000 in the United States, you can actually get free business counseling, coaching, and low-cost programs. It's true. It's true. The Small Business Administration runs over 1,000 chapter areas throughout the United States, and you will find them in many in colleges. You will find them in towns. They may be aligned with other like business organizations mixed in with them. So if you go to the website, americassbdc.org, you will find the local Small Business Administration chapter office near you. So, okay, let me go and do the screen share again. I'm going to hold on just a sec. Okay, Kim, do me a favor, reach out and give me your feedback. I'm going to go over to the other page and switch it to the Small Business Administration's primary website, americassbdc.org. Do me a favor, give me feedback and let me know if you can still see me and I'm doing a screen share. So if you can see me and if you can see the page that I am directing you to, okay? All right, so americassbdc.org. I am here. Kim, did you see me at the screen sharing? Okay, I'm going to assume that you did. All right, so right here at America's SBDC, if you are a business person with less than 300 people, I believe 300 is the benchmark that defines a small business. It could be under 100, but I think it's under 300. So what you want to do is you want to look and click find your local SBDC. Okay. This is the way commoncause.org used to be oriented, their layout. Let me check in again with Kim. Kim, just checking to see, or hi there, everybody, just checking to see if you're seeing this information for americassbdc.org. All right. I'm going to take it for granted that you do and keep going. All right. So let's just use Kim's zip code. So you choose zip code and go. And it was 10305. And what we're looking for is to see the nearest small business development center in New York on Staten Island. Go. Let me check again. Okay. I seem to be having some computer issues. Let's see. Let's choose Are you a small business owner? Okay, so I'm reaching out to the group with the question, are you a small business owner? If you are a small business owner, you definitely want to know about America's SBDC. So what we're going to do, I'm going to try this again. 10305. And this is for Staten Island, New York. Here we go. That's right. As I said many times, the SBDC is in colleges, universities. I see here it is, Brooklyn SBDC inside the New York City College of Technology, right inside of Pace University, in Baruch College, in LaGuardia, in Queens, in Harlem. So this has gone way, way beyond Staten Island, and this is serving the 5 boroughs of New York. Let's see. I used to live in this zip code in Washington Heights in Manhattan. Okay, so kind of close to Columbia University. So here, these are all the small business development centers where you can go and you can get free business counseling. And get assistance. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. Becky yelled at me for you.
Let's see. Yeah, and where you can go and you can get assistance. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take you to the SBDC, the local office that I have been going to. And it's called WEDC. And when you go to the SBDC, americassbdc.org, you will notice that there will be certain programs that are specifically for women, others that are specifically for veterans, I believe some that are specifically for seniors. So this is one that I found, which was perfect for me. This is the Women's Enterprise Development Center. And if you go under resources, it says 24/7 courses. And these are all remote. These are all webinars that are pre-recorded. So that means you can take advantage. And even if you don't live in this area, it doesn't matter. You can watch and you can learn. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that these organizations that are receiving government block grant funds, they are accountable to the government for receiving those funds. And what that means specifically is that they need to they are audited and they have to show that the people who they serve are gaining benefit from their assistance. So in the process of you choosing, let's say marketing, okay? Let's say you want to learn marketing. Hold on now. Okay, so you could watch video on viral marketing. Marketing success for your business, fundamentals of marketing your business online. Let's click on that, see what we got. Nope. That doesn't seem to be a working link. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go to social media. Five trends that will change how you use social media in 2015. Wow, that seems really old. No. Hold on just a second. Let me just check in and see if anybody has any questions. No, no questions. Okay. Could it be this? Webinars. I think this is it. Before I dipped my toe into the local chapter for my SBA, which was WEDC, this one, I decided it would be a good idea to take several of these webinars. I'm pretty sure that it was under webinars, and I just watched them at home. I think I watched 3 of them, and they were mostly on pivoting your business. So let's see. Ready your spotlight for Instagram Reels and YouTube. Okay, exactly. These are the types of programs that I watched. Now, you're going to notice that although there's no price, they're asking you to register. And that registration, in the process of you registering, you have to give them your name, your first name, last name, email address, and confirm it, your address, including your city, your zip code, your state, your phone number, your organization, your mobile phone, your website. They want to know how you were directed to them, if you'd be willing to receive their newsletter. They want to know your ethnicity, and the reason why is accountability to their government for those who oversee them. If you're a veteran, what your gender is. Are you disabled? Are you currently in business? It's going to ask the date that you started your business, the percentage of your ownership. Are you home-based? How many employees do you have? The type of business. I mean, it's a lot. They want to know your annual gross receipts. And again, the reason why this is free, and it will continue to be free, but it's so that they can be accountable to the government. Say, okay, 152 people saw this program and got value from it, and these are their descriptors. They are veterans, they are females, their businesses are under 35 people, all that sort of stuff. So be patient, be willing to work for what you want. You will not be sorry. The Small Business Administration, because it is kept a tight rein on by the government, they have to stay on their toes. And the whole idea behind the SBA, the Small Business Administration, is to generate more income through entrepreneurship, through business. And the SBA, checking back in with you, the SBA, they will assist you at any level of business, whether it is at the point where you're just starting a business, where you have a business for just a number of years or many years, whether you are looking to pivot and change your business, whether you are looking to grow your business, scale your business. And another thing that they offer, I'll show you through the WEDC website. It's called MWBE. So what that stands for is Minority Women and Business, I believe, entrepreneurs. I don't know why. Oh, I see, because I chose Spanish. Let's try this again. Here we go. MWBE certification programs. And what that means is these are programs where you will become a government contractor. You will work with the government to fulfill their job orders. So let's say that you sell mugs, right? And you get an MWBE, which is Minority Women Business Entrepreneur, I believe, certification program. That means that you've been certified and accepted to be on a list of providers that the government looks for people who can provide the business services that they need. And now keep this in mind: the government is responsible for 1/3 of all income, all circulation of money in the United States. 1/3. That's enormous. So, to be able to get a government contract to work with the government is amazing. And I learned about this because I saw a video of Matthew's where he talked about the fact that his sister, she does framing. Yeah, she does framing in her garage. And she had gotten she learned how to get the certification, and she works with the government, and she does framing for their certificates, and that she's making like over $1 million filling orders for the government. So instead of grants that are like opportunities that come and go, when you actually have a government contract, I don't know for what duration it lasts, whether it's a year or 3 years or 5 years, but that means that you have a steady stream of income where you can anticipate exactly what you'll be earning. Okay. Let me check in with you, see if anybody has any questions. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. Actually, I tell you what. I didn't know that they had a YouTube channel. Let's go look and see what their YouTube channel shows. That's the Small Business Administration's YouTube channel.
At America's SBDC network, our mission is simple: to help businesses grow and succeed.
Okay, hold on just a second. Not sure how to do this, and I'm not sure if you can hear this. Well, I'm going to try it. Oops. I'm going to try this. So let's see. I'm going to increase the volume. It's a 30-second video. And we'll see if you can hear it.
At America's SBDC network, our mission is simple: to help businesses grow and succeed. Our consulting, training, and information services make it easier for businesses to reach their potential. Whether you're currently in operation or just starting out, America's SBDC network has the right tools, resources, and expertise to help you succeed. Visit us online or contact your local office to get started on your path to success today.
Okay. So that is the Small Business Administration's YouTube channel. Let's see, videos. Now, the other thing is I have attended, let's see, let me go back. I have attended other organizations, small business administration webinars and programs. And several people have told me that they have not gotten as rich an experience from their SBAs, or they're too far away from them. So this is why you can take the opportunity to do the learning online. And there's a lot available as far as that. Just go to americassbdc.org. So let's see. Let me just check in and see if anybody has any questions. Okay. Let me, if you are going to be watching the replay, let me introduce you to my Facebook group. It's called Grants Made Easy with Andrea Amador. And this is my site. Oh, thank you, Angela. This is my site. And now I have 808 members since 2020. And I am actually doing this now between 5 and 7 p.m. because since January, I had been running a poll for my members, asking them what days and times are best for them. So the largest number was Sunday 5 to 6 and Sunday 6 to 7. And here it says there's 31 votes for 5 to 6 and Sunday 6 to 7, 25 votes. And I have been really passionate about teaching others about grants. Hold on a second. And for the past 2 years, not so much this year, because this year has been a tremendous transition for me since my husband passed away last April. But last year, before he passed away, I was doing a lot of posting and teaching people about grants. So here, if you click on media, it will take you to all of the different posts. And here's the specifics on me thanking Matthew and breaking down how I'd gotten all of those grants. And this is something that I've offered before, accountability days, where we get together and we talk and we share what it is that we plan to do in the next hour. And the goal is to get things done. And another thing that I've done and will do again, it's to help others who are struggling with feeling comfortable around talking on the phone, making phone calls to their local representatives, feeling tongue-tied, feeling nervous, feeling anxious and stressed. all of that. And here again, here is a promotion for the accountability days to get unfinished tasks done.
Hi, everybody.
And that's me talking about the accountability days. And this is a grants and contacts action guide that I created for my group. And I will offer it to you as a thank you for attending today's session, masterclass session with me today, so that you will have a neat way of keeping your notes and your contacts. There it is, the notes, the goal. And it's very important when you start contacting your local elected officials and nonprofits and other grant contacts that you keep your information in a centralized location where you could easily refer to it. No, oh, I talked to Lydia Baskup on Tuesday at 5 p.m. and Lydia said, call me on Wednesday at 3:30 and let's talk about the Salvation Army grant for $250. So you have to have your information centralized. You have to be organized because nobody is keeping tabs for you. It's up to you. Nobody is going to make the phone calls for you. It's up to you. So let's see.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. So let me reach out again. Does anybody have any questions? Hello and welcome. So lovely to see you. Now, I don't see who's here. If you'd like to say who you are, please feel free in the chat. Just share a little bit. And if you have a question, please ask. I would love to answer your question. I'm here for you. I want to help you to get grants for financial relief because there's so much available to get help. Okay, let's see. All right, so what we covered today, let me go back. What we covered today is we talked about the fact that there is so much available through government grants. And government grants do not require a grant writer. So don't think that you are limited and you don't know how to write grants and you don't have to hire a grant writer. No, all you have to do is show up and ask for help, ask for assistance. The people who are in the position of being able to help you are your elected government officials. The way to reach out to them is to go through the website commoncause.org. I'm going to send you the link to my YouTube video where I walk through the whole thing. For some reason today, when I was on the site doing the screen share, it was really crazy. So I don't know exactly what happened or why, but I will get to the bottom of it. But by showing you the YouTube video, you can navigate the site and put in your zip code and your state and find out who specifically are those government officials. There are about 12 of them for each of the states. Let's see. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, also keep in mind that when you ask for assistance, you're not going to ask for grants, because many times you will just get shut down and people will say, no, there are no grants available. Because when you ask for grants, you are putting a cap on their ability to be able to help you. Many of the opportunities that exist are not even called grants. They are direct deposits. They are debit cards. They are vouchers. They are ooh, wow, I can't think right now, but they're known by other words besides grants. And for you to call it a grant and say, hey, I'm looking for a grant, that limits the ability of the person who you're talking to give you the full amount of service that you can have. Now, the other thing is, if you contact 211.org, let's go there. 211.org. Oh, that is affiliated with the United Way. That's the oversight. Well, that's the organization that the government oversees. And 211, as you see, there's a picture of a telephone operator, and the operators that are connected to 211.org will help to do research for you. So if you call them, see, it says find a local 211. You click on that. And again, I'm going to use Staten Island, New York as an example. 10305. Okay. And that should bring up a list of programs that are available. Okay, hold on. Search. Okay, you can also call 211 directly. And oh, I see. Oh, this is New York. So Staten Island would call 212-639-9675. And again, see, it's with under the auspices of unitedway.org. And there are people who will help you to find services and grants in your area. Let me check and see if anybody has any questions. Reaching Higher says, how do I find assistance for repairs of homes in the community that will house the homeless? Okay. Reaching Higher, tell me more about that. When you say house the homeless, is this a program that you are looking to create, or is this something that is currently in working in process? Tell me more about that. The other question I have, Reaching Higher, is can you tell me in what state this program is? You tell me, and I will be happy to help you out. We'll work together on this. Alabama, okay. So is this a current working program, or is this something that you are working on creating? Okay, excellent. Okay, well, thank you so much for working on this. So if I'm to understand you correctly, what you're asking for is you're looking for grants available to help you to build this organization. Is that correct? In Alabama. Great. Okay, so let's do this. What is the zip code that you're asking about? Oh, I didn't see this message. I would like to create some form of transitional housing for those in need. Wait, there's more. Okay, I'd like to create some form of transitional housing for those in need in Alabama. Okay, so let's go here. Let's see. Hold on. Actually, it should be America's SBDC. Okay, so Alabama. I want to be sure that I'm sending you to the right place. Let me just check and see. Reaching Higher, are you able to see my screen when I switch back? When I'm here at the America's SBDC screen, do you see it? So right now, I'm going to go to Alabama. Go. Now, as I scroll, are you seeing the centers, the development centers? I'm going to jump back. You're not. Okay. Let's see. Did I stop screen sharing? Let's try that again. I might have popped out of screen sharing. Let's try this again. Okay. So Reaching Higher, I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to switch to the other page. Do you see, as I scroll down, it's a page on the America's SBDC site for the SBDC centers in Alabama. That's the nearest small business development center for you. Now, let's see. Do you see that? You're still not seeing it. Let me check again. Okay, I tell you what. I'm going to do a little bit of research and I'm going to find out what would be a good place for you to source that information. where you can find out more information on creating housing for those in need. I'm not sure specifically if that would go under the umbrella of the small business development, if they also do nonprofits. I don't think so. I think that that would be a certain specific division of government grant assistance programs, but I'm not actually sure which. I could be wrong. But what I'm going to ask you to do is to bear with me and let me know how I can reach you and get this information to you. If you put your information in the comments or come to my Facebook group, Grants Made Easy with Andrea Amador, and that's right here. Oh, by the way, am I screen sharing? Are you seeing my screen? Okay. So here is the Facebook page, Grants Made Easy with Andrea Amador. If you join as a member, just share a discussion. Just create a new post right here and ask me in the post your question, and then give me your contact information, whether it's whether you want me to tag you on Facebook or reach out to you through YouTube. I also have a YouTube channel for Grants Made Easy with Andrea Amador. You can also go there as well, and I will look for the information and get it for you. So in the meanwhile, everybody, it was such a pleasure to share my information on grants with you. And I really only touched the surface. There is so much more. And I look forward to other opportunities to serve you and to answer your questions and to give you direction and to share my courses with you and do more of these workshops. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening. I wish you the very, very best. And if you're not already a member of Grants Made Easy with Andrea Amador Facebook group, come on over. It's going to be so fun to have you with me. All right. Have a great day. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Reaching Higher. Bye now.